Welcome to the story of Abraham, the journey of faith, obedience, and God's promises. As you watch, you will walk along the path of Abraham, a man called by God to leave everything. In the Bible, Abraham is known as the friend of God, a man who believed the Lord even when the promise seemed impossible. Through years of waiting, testing, and trusting, Abraham learned that God is always faithful to his word. As this story unfolds, you will witness moments of hope, doubt, courage, and miracle. And along the way, you will discover that the same God who kept his promise to Abraham is still faithful today.
Long ago, in the days after the nations were scattered across the earth, there lived a man named Abram, son of Terah. He lived in Ur of the Chaldeans, and later in Haran. Abram was married to Sarai, but she had no child. Now the Lord said to Abram, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land that I will show you. I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." So Abram went, as the Lord had told him. He was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. He took Sarai his wife, Lot his nephew, all their possessions, and the people they had gathered, and they set out for the land of Canaan. When they arrived, the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "To your offspring I will give this land." And there Abram built an altar to the Lord who had appeared to him. There was a famine in the land, and Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a time.
The land is barren. We must press on to Egypt.
The children are weary, and the flocks have little to eat.
I will tend to the animals. They are suffering. Our faith will sustain us.
Abram, fearing for his life because Sarai was beautiful, he asked her to say she was his sister.
Sarai, please say you are my sister. I fear for my life because of your beauty. Who is this Abram? Tell me, who is he?
I'm his sister.
She was taken into Pharaoh's house, but the Lord afflicted Pharaoh and his household with great plagues because of Sarai. Pharaoh called Abram and sent him away with his wife and all that he had. Abram returned to Canaan with great wealth and livestock, silver and gold. Lot also had flocks and herds. The land could not support them together, and quarrels arose between their herdsmen. Abram said to Lot,
"Let there be no strife between us. You choose a side, I'll take the other."
"I'll take the fertile plain of the Jordan."
Lot chose for himself the fertile plain of the Jordan and settled near Sodom. Abram remained in Canaan. After Lot separated from him, the Lord said to Abram, "Lift up your eyes and look northward and southward, eastward and westward. All the land that you see I will give to you, and to your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth." Abram moved his tent and built another altar to the Lord. In those days kings went to war, and Lot was taken captive.
"Abram, Lot has been captured by the kings! We must act quickly!"
Take your swords. We will pursue them and bring Lot back. God will guide us.
When Abram heard this, he gathered trained men born in his household and pursued the kings. He defeated them and brought back Lot, his possessions, and the other captives.
"Abram, my uncle, we are saved!"
Lot, my nephew, the Lord has delivered us.
Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of God Most High, brought out bread and wine and blessed Abram, saying,
"Blessed be Abram by God Most High."
And Abram gave him a tenth of everything. After these things, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision.
Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield. Your reward shall be very great. O Lord God, what will you give me, since I remain childless?
The Lord brought him outside and said,
I am your shield, Abram. Look toward the heavens and number the stars if you can. So shall your descendants be.
And Abram believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. The Lord made a covenant with Abram, promising that his descendants would inherit the land. He foretold that they would be strangers in a land not their own, oppressed for 400 years, but afterward would come out with great possessions. Years passed, and Sarai remained barren. She said to Abram,
The Lord has prevented me from bearing children. Go in to my servant Hagar. It may be that I shall obtain children by her.
Abram listened to Sarai. Hagar conceived, and when she saw that she had conceived, she looked with contempt on her mistress. Sarai dealt harshly with her, and Hagar fled into the wilderness. The angel of the Lord found her and said,
Hagar, return to your mistress and submit to her. I will multiply your offspring, and they shall be too numerous to count.
So Hagar obeyed the angel, went back to Sarai. Hagar bore a son, and Abram called his name Ishmael. Abram was 86 years old. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said, I am God Almighty, walk before me and be blameless. I will confirm my covenant between me and you. God changed Abram's name to Abraham, meaning father of many nations, and Sarai's name to Sarah. God said, I will give you a son by her. She shall be the mother of nations. God established circumcision as the sign of the covenant. The Lord appeared to Abraham by the oaks of Mamre. 3 men stood near him. Abraham ran to meet them and showed them hospitality.
My lords, if I have found favor in your sight, please do not pass by your servant. Let water be brought, and rest under the tree while I bring you something to eat. Where is Sarah, your wife? She is in the tent. I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah shall have a son.
After I am worn out and my Lord is old, shall I have pleasure?
Then the Lord said that the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah was great. Abraham drew near and said, Will you indeed sweep away the righteous with the wicked? He pleaded for the city, asking if it would be spared for 50 righteous, then 45, 40, 30, 20, and 10. The Lord said he would not destroy it for the sake of 10 righteous. Time passed, and Lot lived in Sodom. But Sodom was a city of great wickedness. God saw the suffering of the innocent and the evil deeds of its people. So one evening 2 angels came to the entrance of the city of Sodom. Lot was sitting there, and when he saw them, he stood up to meet them. Lot welcomed them into his home, offering hospitality and protection. Then the 2 angels told Lot what was about to happen. They said to him,
Hurry! Take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here. Run for your lives. Do not look back, and do not stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the hills, or you will be destroyed. Hurry, we must go now.
What about the city?
There's no time. Stay close.
I'm afraid.
Trembling but obedient, Lot, his wife, and his daughters fled from Sodom, their faces weary from fear and the long run. They pressed on toward the mountains, leaving the doomed city behind them, guided by the mercy of the Lord. But as they walked, Lot's wife disobeyed the warning. She looked back at the burning city, and in that moment, she became a pillar of salt. Abraham looked toward the plain and saw smoke rising like a furnace. Abraham journeyed toward the Negev and settled in Gerar. Once again, he said that Sarah was his sister, because he feared for his life.
Sarah, tell the king that you're my sister, in order to protect me from being killed due to your beauty.
King Abimelech of Gerar took Sarah into his palace, intending her as his wife. But during the night, God came to Abimelech in a dream and said, You are as good as dead because the woman you have taken is married. God warned him not to touch Sarah, for she was already Abraham's wife. Terrified by the dream, Abimelech woke and called for Sarah.
What have you done to us? How have I sinned against you that you have brought such great guilt upon me and my kingdom? Why did you say she is my sister? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? I thought there was no fear of God in this place, and they might kill me because of my wife. Besides, she is indeed my sister, the daughter of my father, though not of my mother, and she became my wife.
Abimelech gave Sarah back to Abraham and rebuked him, asking that no harm come to the household. He also gave Abraham gifts, sheep, cattle, male and female servants, and silver, showing that he held no grudge. Because Abraham prayed to God, God healed Abimelech, his wife, and his female slaves, who had been afflicted with infertility as a warning. Many years had passed, and Abraham and Sarah had waited faithfully for God's promise of a child. Abraham was 100 years old, and Sarah was 90, yet God's promise never failed. One day, the Lord visited Sarah exactly as he had said.
Rest, my love. Let me handle the chores today.
Thank you, Abraham. I feel the promise growing.
Our miracle. Rest now.
Sarah conceived, and in the fullness of time, she bore a son to Abraham in his old age, just as God had promised.
His name is Isaac, which means laughter, for this child has brought joy and amazement to us both.
God has made laughter for me. Everyone who hears will laugh with me.
Sarah's heart overflowed with delight, and she spoke with laughter and wonder. Friends, family, and servants in their tents marveled at the child, rejoicing in the miraculous fulfillment of God's promise, knowing that Abraham and Sarah had received the son they had longed for through faith and obedience. As Isaac grew, Sarah saw Ishmael mocking and said to Abraham, "Cast out this slave woman and her son." Abraham was distressed, but God said, "Through Isaac shall your offspring be named. As for Ishmael, I will make him into a nation." Hagar and Ishmael went into the wilderness. When the water was gone, God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God said, "Do not fear." God opened Hagar's eyes to see a well of water. Ishmael grew and became an archer in the wilderness. After these things, God tested Abraham. He said, "Abraham." And Abraham answered, "Here I am." God said, "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I shall tell you." Early in the morning Abraham rose, saddled his donkey, and took Isaac and 2 servants. On the 3rd day, he saw the place from afar. He said to his servants,
Stay here. Isaac and I will go over there and worship, and we will come back to you.
Isaac carried the wood. He said,
My father,
Here I am, my son.
behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb?
God will provide for himself the lamb.
When they came to the place, Abraham built the altar, arranged the wood, bound Isaac, and laid him on the altar. Then Abraham reached out his hand to take the knife. But the angel of the Lord called from heaven, "Abraham, Abraham." He answered, "Here I am." The angel said, "Do not lay your hand on the boy. Now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son." Abraham lifted his eyes and saw a ram caught in a thicket by its horns. He offered it instead of his son. Abraham called that place, "The Lord will provide." The angel of the Lord called again and said, "By myself I have sworn, because you have done this and have not withheld your son, I will surely bless you. Your offspring shall be as numerous as the stars of heaven and as the sand on the seashore. And in your offspring shall all nations of the earth be blessed." So Abraham returned to his servants, and they arose and went together.
Mother, we have returned.
My son, my heart is full.
The journey was blessed. We are home. This is the story of Abraham, a man called to leave everything, who believed God, who stumbled at times, who waited many years for a promise, and who learned that the Lord is faithful. The Lord provides, and nothing is too hard for him.